So maybe now we go back to the cabin. Whoa! Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Ah, what's that? Oh shit! Yo, all hands on deck? What the fuck?
Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted, quarter-mile forward. Full stop, hard to starboard. All hands, brace for impact.
Oh shit. What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? Oh, this is not good. I can't stand. Susato-san, hold on to me. Ah! Susato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san. That came out of nowhere. It looks like we avoided a collision. I think... Yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine.
Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance.
Oh, that sounds like... Oh wait, it's probably the... Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's one of the Russian guys. Inspector Hosonaga. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door, quickly! What? The bolt? Oh, the bolt... The bolt! If you turn the ship, the bolt latches, because it's like gravity. One puzzle solved, one mystery solved. The mystery of the latching latch. Look at that. The door's bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. The books... They're just like they were before again. Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? I'd better tidy this place up first. Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. That was the okay, that's weird. Already another to be continued. So like the first chunk of it was like 3 hours or like 2 hours. Second chunk, about 40 minutes. Weird. Let's keep going. January 9th, SS Boria, Miss Pavlova's cabin. Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt.
You, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters?
You both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop.
Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming. Crew are running everywhere.
The first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm. Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Ah, you wicked intruder! Dressed all in black, you are the devil! Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first. You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector. Yes? Arrest this man. I know he did it. I'm already arrested. I'm already in handcuffs. What are you talking about? He is a criminal. Is it not enough that he has killed a man?
Duh, and he has stole away as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe?
Fucking what? I think it's just a bunch of like Russian proverbs that I don't know. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? Take him away. He is the trespasser as well as everything else.
Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right. You are devil.
It doesn't look good, does it?
There is a cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police.
Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga, is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Okay. Finding a solution. Finding a solution. I love this game! I fucking love this game! I found a solution! Oh my god. Look at it! Hey everybody! What the... What are you doing up there? Just out of nowhere, this man pops up in the most random places. It is I love him. He is amazing. Herlock Sholmes, MVP. Why is he wearing the tiara? Oh my god. Why is he wearing the tiara? Mr. Sholmes? In the flesh, dear boy. Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles felt like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no, no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine that if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. What the fuck? Oh my god, this is... Whoa. This is the best. Look at him go! This man is he's the greatest. I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. You again. The great detective. Ah, Inspector. I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time.
What is to report? Speak!
An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes. The case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Burya, has been solved by me, naturally. What? Really? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. Please tell me we get to do another logic dance. Please, I want it. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Please, do it. Give me another one.
Ah, you have solved it. Even the hedgehog understands this case. We all knew who was responsible for killing Student Boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is the stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it.
I didn't do it. The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because, as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the outside. Yeah, but we know how that happened now. That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories.
Duh, locked room. That is point.
The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. You are all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh yes, there is another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. Why, it gapes open-mouthed at you as we even speak. The ventilator man! The ventilator?
Gah! You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. Ow, my tongue.
That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. But it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Precisely, my dear madam.
But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Mr. Sholmes? What are you doing? That is a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I am about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold! Yeah! What the... I don't know who's saying what. What the fuck? It's adorable. Allow me to introduce you all to the band. The speckled band. A snake? Indubitably. Busted. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Yeah? Yes, you're right. I think in this case, you'd have to call it... the striped band, wouldn't you? Whoa! Thanks for the follow, CatStreams2000. Thank you! Welcome to Party Town. Welcome to Snake on Man's Face. You both see and observe with distinction. However, do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? She really she rides on his every word, and it is kind of depressing to witness. How exactly? I think perhaps it is time I explained the intricacies of my train of thought. Oh my god, yes! Explain the intricacies, I beg of you! Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. No. She's turned as white as a bowl of rice again. She is incredibly pale. That is, I will say that. I will agree with that. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. I don't think so. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi? It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. That's funny. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So, everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Hell yes, let's go, yes! I love this. This is the best thing in the game. The game's afoot. No, I think whoever the culprit is, I think they're very human. Because whoever they are, they definitely use the stopping of the ship to relock the door when they left. They absolutely are very human. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death is nothing to do with me. That this whole thing is nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. Huh? And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that it stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another... Yo, what the... Hey! Thanks for the raid! How's it going? Thank you, hi! Welcome to the party! Oh my god! Thanks for the follow, Doozer Cubone! Thanks for the follow, how's it going? Whoa! I'm not used to this much action. Enjoy the Ace Attorneying. Hello. Oh my god, that always startles me. I'm not used to the alerts and shit. Thank you. Another telltale glance. My god, a fucking snake in his face! Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give, then, pray tell? what was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary, even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying, but failing to conceal, can only be the snake's sloughed skin. Sloughed? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours... Shit. Oh my god. Sholmes, you are the greatest, and yet somehow not. Shed its original skin. No? I don't know what you're talking about. I actually believe her when she says that. Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it sloughs its skin. Again, I can check how to pronounce that word, but I'm not going to, because it's funnier. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. How specific? Wow, all that was only topic 1. I love this shit so much. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear that there are no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. There was also no sign of that, like, we literally... It's in the same report, my guy. Come on, try and keep up. Now, if we take that as a fact... we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the crime scene. No, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost, but not quite, imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snakebite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. I mean, again, I agree with her. There is no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. I think there was just... I think there was just a snake, or just an animal in there. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Yo, Francie the Gamer. Hi. Howdy. How you doing? Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You don't... It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. To train? Indeed, you'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. Say I gotta leave. Fair enough. Have a wonderful... Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, night. Slash, yeah. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you would release the snake once more. Why is it just... What? This man is just... I also love to he's so chill about it. He's just chilling. Do you deny this snake has undergone such training? It's not true. Having slithered through the ventilator down the bell cord, the creature needed to only sink its fangs in once. And its venom would curse through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt. My logic is infallible. I think it's a little bit fallible, my guy. I think there might be some fallibilation in that logic of yours. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of the speckled band. Genius. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature. I mean, it's also just part of, like, having a pet. They need food. Incredible! You've solved the mystery! Please tell me you're joking. Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. Do they say that? Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes? But of course, what's on your mind? It's just, about your deductions before, some things don't quite make sense to me. I welcome questions as to my method. You will answer both loudly and will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all... Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You are well informed, madam. And reptiles, don't drink milk. Ah. It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds. Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears. Ah. I love the little... Ah. Yes, so I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal a snake by whistling. But madam, what of the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute? I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Oh, I see. Oh my god. We're shattering this poor man's entire reality right now. No hands, no feet, no ears? These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless. Oh my god, calm down there. Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes. There is one other thing. You have more? Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the one in these cabins. Then it should try harder. Oh my god. Consider that people lie? poor Sholmes. He's so innocent. Please don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, this is actually kind of sad. This is like the moment where she realized that her idol is kind of a fucking idiot. Like, he's kind of a dip. Even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that your deductions are full of shit. Is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had any part of this. Oh. Defeated. I think we need to step in and help again, Naruhodo-san. She's doing it again. I'm keeping it Naruhodo-san. Alright? I'm sticking with Naruhodo-san. Pick one! God damn it! Pick one, game! Oh no, you don't mean... Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. I had a feeling that was coming. Hell yes. This is the best part of the game! Like, genuinely. Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo? He gets a pass because he's British. Yes, right. So, cast your eyes downward to your wrists again. What? Damn, he's good. You've done it again! Your handcuffs are gone. Where did they go? Fear not. I shall see that they're restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd leave them off. Now, everyone, let us begin. Harlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, corrected. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Take that, and such. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death had nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. And yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. No, it looks like it's a wrist, actually. She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly. Is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression, then? Let's take a moment and really look very closely at Miss Pavlova. Stay on. He gets a pass for now. I'm telling you, it's her... Whoa! Yo, she got scratched up. Not by a snake, though. Claw scratch. Oh, Naruhodo-san, look. That looks like a very painful wound. It looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. And fairly recently, too. Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here. Yo, does she have a cat? Is it actually a cat? Oh, right, I have to... Take that!
Yes!
Yes! Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night? Ah! When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. I love it. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. Oh, is it the guy? Did he... It seems likely that the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers. No, there's no... Except, snakes don't have claws, do they? Is he, like, keeping an eye on her cat? Or if she has a cat. Maybe a dog, I guess. Dogs don't really scratch, though. I'm thinking too far ahead. No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers? We should follow her gaze, Naruhodo-san. That's where we'll find the answer. Teapot? Oh, it's a picture! I thought she was looking at the guy. No, it's a picture. She does have a kitty! Ow, kitty cat! Ow, kitty cat! Ah, look at the photograph in this frame. This must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away. She is exceptionally beautiful, isn't she? Yes, that's true. But personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. Maybe we better take a closer look at this. Little kitten. Look at that little cat Miss Pavlova is cuddling here. Oh, what a cute little kitten. It could vie with you, couldn't it, Naruhodo-san? For the blackest outfit. I think it wins. A black kitten. And from the look of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seems very attached to it. Yes! Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear. Oh no. The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Oh my god, look at this smug ass look at his face! So long and Mew-like, indeed. Darka! Darka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Darka would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band. Whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. No, but it does. And you have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying, but failing to conceal, can only be the snake's sloughed skin. No. Did you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back. If she just left it in her pocket, no one would ever have known. Yeah, why? Oh yes, ploys like that are Mr. Shulm's specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. I thought deduction was his specialty. Or maybe making me believe that was a ploy too. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that that's the skin of a snake. In which case, just what is Miss Pavlova hiding behind her back? I mean... Oh, hello. I sure do love the complete camera control. Oh my god, the backwards controls. Oh my god, it's awful. I hate it. I really wish I could reverse it. This thing. Well, it is speckled, and it is a band, but What is it? Oh, is that like a ballet ribbon? It seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth of some sort. And that looks like a handle at one end. Yeah, it's like a ballet ribbon. Oh no, never mind, it's a cat's toy. I think it may be a cat's toy. This sort is common in the West, apparently. How is that a toy for cats? Cats like to chase... I also forgot to do her voice. Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. You only need to wave it in front of them, and they pounce to catch it. It's true. We have one of those for our kitty cat. That sounds positively adorable. It is. Cat's toy. Take that. Yes. Yes. The thing you are trying but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy. Precisely. And the true nature of the now infamous speckled bag. Ah. And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? My dear boy, there can be only one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator in the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return. Ah. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darka. Kia! A truly troublesome feline young Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing that photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. Photograph of Miss Pavlova and her friend, a kitten named Darka. Tiara she would wear on stage can also be seen. It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Darka, she is so naughty. Where is that cat? That cat better be okay. We'd better not, like, find something horrible happen to that cat. I'm gonna be upset. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. Wait a minute, it just occurred to me, why is there a snake then? I assumed that the snake was her pet. I mean, like, obviously, the game was, like, sort of leading me to assume that. But, like, if it's not her snake, where the fuck did the snake come from? Why is there a snake? Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? It was the venomous bite of a kitten. According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. What Mr. Sholm says is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazuma-sama's body. That's right, but Mr. Sholm seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Kazuma wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now. Take that. Yes! Yes! In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report. Yes, I knew it was one or the other. Oh my god. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Seaman Stroganov isn't some immortal freak, you know. Oh my god, look at his fucking face. The jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as a fact... Like, his fucking goggles. We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the crime scene. Oh no, could there be... Yes, and an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. Kazuma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something, or someone. Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably, Darka didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow. I suppose it's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. Oh yes, a bad fall could explain it. It's rather hard to believe of Kazuma-sama, though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened? I mean... This, right? Also, is that the... You know what? It just occurred to me. The pink thing is probably the bell, right? There's a bell on the kitty that's kind of shaped like the same thing. That's probably like half the bell. The bell broke.
Yes!
Take that. Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish. Shoe polish? Indeed, positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I now carry as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results, the undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. This is so fucking stylish. Like, this is style. Pure style. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Osagi's laced leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Osogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. Did he trip over the cat? I mean, if anyone who has or knows cats, I am constantly in fear that I'm gonna trip and break my neck on something. So maybe it fucking happened to him. Like, I could see that. That's literally a thing with cats. It feels like they're trying to kill you. Please, no. And, by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life. Well, no, he couldn't have died instantly, because he left the message. No! Oh my god. You don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Osogi lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in a traveling case. It's not the traveling case, it's probably the desk, and it's probably the other half of the bell, right? She's probably the one who took it. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama merely tripped over and now he's no more? It can't be true. I refuse to accept it. That does seem way too simple. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. But, and if this part of Mr. Shom's deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction that she's just cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere. So, traveling case... Desk? Waste paper basket, maybe? So dogs just... that would make sense. Dogs seem quite trippable as well. God. That sounds, terrifying. This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps all the first-class cabins have them. But Miss Pavlova only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably, there's not much rubbish in there yet. Ha ha ha, there it is. Oh, what's that? It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you.
Yes!
That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that waste paper basket. Huh. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no. So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found within the waste paper basket of your cabin? You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? I don't know, and that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell, that would be this photograph.
Yes!
If you look at this photograph, look at this photograph. You can clearly see, hanging from Darker's collar, the very glass bell in question. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your absent feline friend, Darkra. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. I don't think we're done. There's clearly more, because again, if he died instantly, he wouldn't have been able to leave a message in the ink. Deduction complete.